like Sorcerer's Apprentice thing where like hello.
Sorry, I like to go on my spontaneous going live space.
Well, hello there.
Hello.
I wasn't really talking about anything. I was just talking.
All right, guys. So hopefully people will start trickling in because this is a big one. We are going to officially be naming the first jury member of So You Want to Be an Imagineer season 19. Space, did you hear that there's something going on in the year 2000?
Y2K?
Yes. The year 2000. That I'm just gonna throw that. I'm just gonna keep throwing that into people's mind. I'm not gonna tell you exactly what it is. It's just keep in mind the year 2000 is coming. It hasn't happened yet. It's coming.
Okay. Sounds good. I'll keep that in mind.
Okay, so guys, this was a rather intense round. Y'all broke up. Of course, we had Team Danny DeVito from Dumbo, which I still think is just an amazing team name.
Now.
And they were like, oh, y'all want to follow along with our brainstorming? How quaint, because we're just going to break it up into different brainstorming threads anyways.
And then not include me in it, so now I can't see what that's going on.
So, folks, just to get caught up, this is actually going to be a pretty short show, especially because, I don't know, from the vibes of it, I'm kind of guessing that maybe a lot of people are already asleep, perhaps. So I was expecting there to be a little bit more activity in the chat, but that's okay. It's going to be a short show. Basically, all we're going to do is I'm going to kind of ask Space some general chit-chatty interview questions about his thoughts on the season so far, which should be fun. And then we will get right into it. We'll get right into the live elimination. After that, I already have the prompt written out. It's a doozy of a prompt, and it comes with a doozy of a Walt's Vault. So some fun stuff to go over tonight. Also, just to set the stage for a future show, Jokers is about to enter his summer vacation from work. So because of that, he's going to be around a lot more to help critique in the podcasts. We missed doing a podcast about the dark rides from last week, the Cartoon Network ones. So I think what we're going to do, because we basically did 2 dark ride projects in a row, I think Jokers and I sometime next week are just going to go ahead and double down on a feedback show, give y'all our thoughts extensively on each of the dark rides on podcast form. Now, that being said, of course, we'll also be giving our written thoughts on the latest project that y'all just handed in. So that's the housekeeping up front for there. Like I said, tonight is mostly just going to be eliminations and announcements. All right, so Space, this is the first time you've come on in a while, man. How you been?
I think since season 18 was the last time I was on. Yeah, or maybe I was on in 1986 too.
But
yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, I'm doing well. I was on nights this week, so that's why my schedule.
Oh,
I'm now wide awake right now. So
I feel you, bro. I honestly, I got home about 4 o'clock. Crashed until like 45 minutes ago. So I'm kind of wide awake.
This is like noon time for me right now.
Right.
Yeah. So this is what Jokers and Monty feel like when they're brainstorming and nobody's awake.
Indeed.
But yeah, no, this season has been pretty good. Because I remember we had talks like going back to last December about this season. Just trying to get the format down, like what the theme would be. I know it was like one was like a meme theme, but I think this was a good combination of both, like So You Want to Be an Imagineer style prompts with a colorful narrative surrounding it, like with the circus theme. So yeah, I think this has been really good. I love the titles for all of the acts. I think that's like been really creative, and really each of the pre-merge rounds have been pretty memorable. The only one I really don't remember is the Dr. Seuss one. And that was
That
really,
one was a little iffy. The Walt's vault on that one kind of messed things up.
no, I think it was just because like everyone picked the Mike Myers.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like, I can't separate I can't remember which team did what for that. But other than that,
Oh, I
like,
feel you on that.
yeah.
Yeah.
But other than that, like all of the projects have been good. The food project was great. The Star Wars one was it was really good. And yeah, I think overall it's been, and also we've seen a lot of new people come out with different like tech presentation wise. Like I love,
Absolutely.
which is really good because that used to be something that was only like associated with like Sorcerer's Apprentice or like something that was long form games like that. But now that it's coming into this game where it's more like rapid fire stuff, that's pretty impressive that people can come up like in like 4 or 5 days now.
Yeah, I think ever since season 18, people have been kind of pushing the bar as far as presentation goes.
Yeah.
So yeah, this season's definitely a step even further into that direction for sure.
Yeah, and not every project has to do that. I mean, like this one was a simple Word document when there's nothing wrong with that. But like within the Word document, there's 3D art, there's, posters, there's, and even freehand drawings. I mean, I love freehand drawings. I think they're
at this point, I'm almost kind of like starting to prefer freehand drawings just because I feel like it gives a lot more of the artist's personal style.
Yeah, and it's something that everyone can do. Like all you need is a pen and paper and like even like a ruler. And so all you have to do is like I'm looking at the map for the Dalmatians ride, and that looks like it was hand drawn. And really, all that takes is just a ruler and a map to look at, and you're all set. It takes maybe like 30 minutes or so.
Yeah.
But yeah, all of the artwork has been great. I will, when I write my review for the Bambi one, because I did a Bambi ride in season 16. Because there was actually a dark ride project I remember in season 16 that I did I picked Bambi for it. So I will be extra interested in that one to see how they did there.
I think all three choices were super inspired. I think Bambi was really interesting.
I think Bambi is like one of those films that I think would make a really good dark ride.
Bambi's a movie I struggle with because it's like I totally acknowledge how gorgeous and artistic it is, but it's just so boring.
Yeah, but that's why I think it would make a good ride because of
totally.
It would be more of like an ambiance ride.
Yeah.
So I think that would be.
And then I also just love the Cruella de Vil ride, and then I think my favorite might be the Scary Dumbo ride.
Well, that was the only one that I was in the group for, so that's the one I've read.
Okay. But I just love the way that they approach that, where it's like, okay, like we're not just gonna do a book report on Dumbo. We're not even just gonna do pink elephants. Yeah. We're going to do just a full-on crazy, like it's an homage to the original Walt Disney World Snow White, which I think is great because Walt Disney World Snow White was freaking terrifying.
Oh yeah, it was that was an inducer of nightmares to many children. But yeah, no, I think the Dumbo one was great. But yeah,
let's see. We have Sharon and Susan here. We have Beowulf. Hopefully I don't get eliminated. I'm not worried about it. Oh, well, Sharon and Susan, too bad. You're the one eliminated. Sorry.
Oh, you didn't know that's what we came on here for? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry, Sharon and Susan. Good run. No, guys, let's actually I'm going to go ahead and do something at Dragon's request, believe it or not. I'm going to pull up some visual aid. All right. Now what you see here are 3 squares that are about to be filled in with 3 names, and those names are going to be the nominees. So of course, in the middle, because he is the project leader, we're going to have
make this like the Monty Hall problem, where you pick the person who's eliminated behind door A.
Pretty much. We're going to have Mickey Nerd. Then the two nominees, and guys, this is going to be the visual thing here. Nominee number 1, Keegan. And nominee number 2,
I'm surprised.
Ace.
Yeah. Whenever I come on the show, Ace, you're probably up for elimination because it seems like that is a running theme.
I can also confirm that the Golden PO MVP has been played this round. I can't confirm whether or not the person that played it needed it. And obviously, I can't confirm who that person was, but I can confirm that the Golden PO MVP is off Diamond PO MVP and also Theme Park Priest's nomination swapper that he got from the last Walt Vault. Those are still both in play. So just as an update to the powers. All right. So Space, let's go ahead and talk through this. Beowulf is kind of freaking out right now, even though he hasn't even been in the game in like a month.
Through osmosis, he's freaking out for the other 3.
Who do you want to start with first?
I guess we could go left to right.
Left to right? Okay. So Tegan. Guys, I'm sorry. This is a swing and a miss. Y'all aren't eliminating Tegan this round. I'm sorry.
Yeah. What happened? Oh, yeah. I mean, Tegan, I've gotten to know Tegan since Sorcerer's Apprentice. She's, one of the best people. I really wish we had this system when I was playing in season 13 because then I wouldn't have been eliminated. But
I actually really you know what? I'm glad you brought that up because I feel like the tier system in the pre-merge was a little bit of a flop, but I am thinking that I'm really liking the nomination system right now.
Yeah, I think this is pretty good.
I think it's a good incentive where it's like it still incentivizes you to do the best you can on each project just because you don't know when you're going to be up for nomination. But it's also like if you're a team leader, like you need to get your ass in gear or else you are very much as in danger as the nominees are if you don't fully deliver.
Yeah. So, I mean, I would have a hard time tossing a vote to Tegan, which first of all, by the way, I only found out where this was an elimination show about 20 minutes ago. But goodness, I can't keep up with the season.
It's all good. Well, honestly, we've just had a very sporadic podcasting schedule.
Yeah. No, that's all good. No, so for Tegan, I mean, she's been great with the concept art. She's great as a team leader. She's one of the most, if not, the most enthusiastic players in the game and on the forum in general. Like she's always so supportive of everyone and looking out for everyone. I know she was looking out for Shannon and the Magic when she was kind of struggling to adapt to the game in the beginning. So she's always there for everyone. So to say, oh, you're eliminated now, I really don't have a good in-game reason for that. Unless she was nominated for a reason I'm not aware of. But other than just
as far as I know, and the only thing I can confirm for sure is that her nomination was basically strictly strategy related.
Yeah, so I mean, it is kind of a pseudo strategy game, so I get why she was nominated. It's more of like a compliment why you're nominated rather than I think in Tegan's case, for her to be nominated, it's more of a show of like respect, like, oh, you're so good. We need to get you out now before you get to the semifinals.
Right.
Or something like that. So,
I mean, that being said, guys, Space did point out something interesting, which is that I believe she is one of the only people in the cast still remaining that's going to be also playing in It Could Always Be Worse. So, I'm not saying like, oh, target Tegan every time. I'm just saying like this was not the round to target Tegan. right after post-merge, when when she's still like kicking ass and she's had just a great run as far as post-merge goes. And so yeah, guys, I understand the logic, but it's not gonna happen this round. Tegan is definitely safe.
Yeah, I feel like the only way that would have worked is if, like, because playing in dual games. I mean, she was playing in the one sentence competition as well. So, like, this is like, you know, 3-star in high school sports or like 3-lettered in high school sports, basically. But yeah, the only reason why I could see this being a viable candidate is like if the work, got to be too much, balancing the 3 comps together. But yeah, it wasn't an issue this round, and I don't think it'll be an issue going forward unless Tegan actually says, oh, okay, yeah, this is too much at once.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like any elimination for her before, like, unless it organically falls off, it'll be hard to make that choice.
All right, so Mickey Nerd versus Ace. This is the real decision we have to make here. Of course, Mickey Nerd is the one that took his shot at at kind of some big high-profile targets. So that is publicly out there. Mickey Nerd is definitely playing the game now. The game, as Jeff Probst would say, is afoot. No doubt about it. The one thing with Mickey Nerd, though, I think Mickey Nerd, he's been close to getting nominated a couple times this season, but I really think that he's I mean, first of all, huge improvement over 1986. Like 1986, he was like kind of skating by on the skin of his teeth.
Oh, 100%.
What?
Oh no, I agree 100%. I mean, since his first game was in 1986, because I remember I asked him to play, and the first round, if you remember when we were doing the Harbor Town and Port Voyage, he came out like guns blazing, like he built the entire Minecraft for the park, and I was like, oh my gosh, this guy needs to like relax for a minute. Like he's gonna like he's fantastic, but he's gonna burn out. I remember coaching him, trying to coach him through that. I'm like, you're fantastic with the Minecraft, but try to build, other skills. And he's done that, fantastically through this
remarkably season. Well through this season. I think he's playing a great game.
Yeah, 100%.
And he stepped up to the plate as team leader, which I really respect.
And it was during his ACT week, which I don't understand how. I hope you did well on your test, because that's like college predicting and everything. So I mean props to you if you could balance that stuff. That again makes it hard to have a vote cast for you. I mean, it just is a very difficult decision at that point.
So that brings us around to Ace, and Ace has been in an interesting position. Of course, he came off of being a powerhouse the last couple games. But honestly, Space, tell me if I'm on the right track here. I get the sense that Ace this season, I don't want to say he's been a floater, but I feel like he's kind of just been just kind of doing his own thing. I don't really feel like he's stepped up to the plate all that much. One thing I absolutely do have to give Ace credit for this round is the 3D artwork. It looks great. But beyond that and like a few paragraphs worth of write-ups, I didn't really see him like all that actively involved in any sort of conceptualizing. So where are you at with Ace?
I think that the totality of the game makes it a very difficult decision, because if I remember right, he was like granted a power that automatically put him into the post-merge.
Yes, that is correct. He was granted the automatic PO MVP in the last pre-merge round. Yeah,
and I don't remember if he got the PO MVP before that, but
God. Okay, I'm sorry. Dragon floater is a very common Big Brother term. Leave me alone. Floaters grab a life vest, all right? Doesn't mean what you think it means. Get your mind out of the gutter. All right.
Literally the gutter. But I mean, Ace, I can say that the whole history of Ace Astro, one of my great friends on the forum, he started in the Great Movie Ride competition in 2017, I remember.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, he's one of, if not, one of the most veteran Imagineers in this like cohort that we've kind of built here in the last few years, since like 2017-ish. And he's another one that makes this round very difficult to throw a vote for anyone, because are we grading on like compared to the two that are sitting here how well they did in the game, or is it the totality of the game? Because he hasn't really done anything wrong in the game so far. He's strategized an appropriate amount. He's picking and choosing his battles to go all out for, creative wise, but that's not to say that he's just like doing one thing and that's it. Like he's, branching out, doing new artwork. He's, always a consistent presence on teams and everything. So
I feel like the problem is that you're absolutely right that he hasn't done anything bad at all. I totally agree with that sentiment. But I also feel like the problem is he hasn't done as much to stick out compared to the other two.
And
whereas I feel like with both Tegan and Mickey Nerd, like Tegan is kind of obviously like the cheerleader of the cast, right? And then Mickey Nerd, I feel like very much has made an impact on the season multiple times through multiple different projects.
And especially, I mean, if we're grading on what happened in this round, he's one of the most consequential players in the game. I mean, he was the project manager.
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, if he was the project manager and the project wasn't good, like, okay, that's a viable reason to say,
Yeah, but I mean, to be clear, I haven't read the project in full yet, but like I've read most of what people submitted beforehand. So like I kind of have a taste of how it's all going to come together, and like by all intents and purposes, it came together quite well, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great prompt. I thought it was one that if I had some more time, I'd like to explore later, because it is pretty cool to take 3 different dark rides from 3 different genres and put them together in a project. And yeah, that takes leadership, that takes strong communication skills, because you got to balance 3 different teams and you're the overarching manager. So
yeah,
and then you got to do your own part. You can't just sit there and do nothing. So
I think with all that said, Space, do you want to make it official?
I think you were asking me when I last came on the podcast, and it was. I'm remembering what it was. It was the final 4 of season 18 when you asked me to make a pick of the Jokers.
Oh God! Oh no! That
Literally,
was the infamous one where Ace like just barely missed the Cats project.
Yes, and you asked me to make a decision between Jokers.
Ace, I don't know what to tell you. Apparently, Space hates you.
So, Ace, anytime, tell me, like, take my Wi-Fi off, do something where I can't get on the podcast, because unfortunately, I think we're both in the agreement here based on the 3 nominees that, yeah, we're going to have to go with Ace.
Yeah, I would say officially 9th place, first jury member, Ace Astro.
I'm so sorry. I didn't even know this was elimination. We're going to talk about the project. I was like, oh, let me read the project. Let me get it all up. And I'm like,
by all means, if you want to come on when Joker and I do that, that's totally fine. We'd love to have you, but
no, I appreciate it. No, I'll write up my. There's an echo.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, well, guys, Ace, you played a great game this season. I just think you were maybe a little too low key. I don't really think you came out fighting from the jump, and I really feel like that was kind of the honestly, like these 2 people are maybe 2 of the only people in the cast that like none of them would have been eliminated over you. I would say they played their cards right in that regard. Waiting for Ace to go on a murderous rampage like I did with Peregron. Yeah. And also, I just want to I do think it's super appropriate that Ace gets to be king of the jury house.
Yeah, now he controls who wins the game, which in a way is like a...
I don't know, like considering that I'm still in the camp where if I was a jury member in 1986, I would have voted for him just because I think he played an awesome strategy game that season. So I don't know. I am kind of curious to see how he, how he ropes in the new jury members. Like I could actually see him kind of doing some social finessing in there.
Yeah, so I mean, in a way, like it's a bittersweet because you're no longer like going through with the Imagineering, but you can still have a hand in the strategy.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
you're still very involved in the game, so it's not like you're eliminated.
The first
like,
jury member is the most important jury member.
Yeah, so it's not like
that is pretty much always the case. The first jury member sets the tone.
Yeah,
oh God! Oh, Ace!
Oh no!
Is he coming on right now? Ace, are you seeing this right now?
Oh no!
Oh, terrible timing! Terrible, terrible, terrible timing. All right. So Ace, just to clarify with you, in case you are just coming on right now, Mickey Nerd nominated you and Tegan. All I can say about those nominations is that both of them were strategic, and unfortunately, Tegan and Mickey Nerd, like Mickey Nerd was kind of like the project leader for the whole thing. He really did a lot. Tegan is Tegan. It's just hard to justify getting rid of her in general. So yeah, Ace, I'm very sorry, and it sucks that you like. I was honestly kind of hoping like, oh, maybe we can just come and go, and Ace won't be in the comments. Yeah, Ace, this sucks even more. Beans, as though you're actually here. No, the modeling was great, Ace. I want to make that clear. The modeling on your end was wonderful. It was a great addition to the project. So yeah, you are in fact going out on a high note. Like I said, it was basically kind of like, all right, like the decision was essentially like Ace did like one really, really solid contribution to the project, versus I feel like Tegan and Mickey Nerd both kind of like shaped the project a lot more dramatically. You know what I mean?
And I will say, if you're not going to do the It Could Always Be Worse competition, I did get word from T-Cool that starting in August, his competition, the Imaginarium, will be a strategy competition. So you have
you know what else is coming?
What's that?
In the year 2000.
Oh my gosh.
In the year 2000.
So there's still opportunity down the road there's always going to be a competition going on, but like there will be one that's more catered to like the Soul Imagineer style. I'll let T-Cool advertise it the way that he wants, but that was the way that I read it, and he advertised it to me. So you also have that to look forward to down the road.
Yeah, and Ace, also, you are the first jury member. I don't know if you caught this or if you were just coming in when I was saying this, but you are the first jury member, and the first jury member is always among the most important jury members. So you get to kind of set the tone for who you want to win. So you've got power in this game still, my friend. All right. For sure. I'll learn more modeling in the meantime. All right, Ace, I really appreciate you being a good sport about it, bro. I really do. So, okay, guys. So with that in mind, let's see. Space, would you like to reveal the next prompt first or the Walt's Vault?
Well, I don't know what either of them are, so I don't know how good I would be.
I know. I'm asking you.
Oh, let's do the Walt's Vault, then the project.
Okay, Walt's Vault. So the Walt's Vault, Mickey Nerd got the Walt's Vault from Theme Park Priest.
Oh.
And he has indeed opened the Walt's Vault.
Naturally.
And oh God, hold on. Evan, do you want to come on for this? Are you still, you know what? I'm sorry. This is Evan's baby. I literally just want Evan to explain this.
It'd be best if he came up with it.
No, this is like one of his best contributions to the whole season in terms of planning.
Oh, that's pretty cool. All right.
All right, Evan, I'm gonna send you a message like immediately. So boom, it's sent. Please come on. All right. Yeah, I know you asked me 30 minutes ago. I know. All right, good.
Could
How
it
goes
be?
it, Evan?
You know, it's going.
All right. So, Evan, why don't you tell all the good people about the Walt's Vault that you came up with?
This is my favorite Walt's Vault of all of them. It's really stupid. So this is from when we were leaning very heavily into the circus stuff, and it's called the Clown Car. And the idea of it is that a clown car pulled up and they stole Mickey Nerd, and now he is out for the round. He cannot play, but he is also not up for elimination. It's technically a PUMVP, but he also can't play in the round.
Yeah.
So this entire round he is inert.
He's just in a sketchy clown car somewhere with God knows what happening.
So it's a lot of mayhem. That's all we know.
I think the car has like a very distinct like musty weed and old booze smell to it.
I really want to make videos for these. I just never got a chance, but I wanted a video of like a clown car just like careening and stopping immediately. It's like really fast. Like they all get out. They take Mickey Nerd.
Right. And then, guys, guess what I'm going to do right now? Right frickin' now.
Post the next project.
It's done.
Oh. Wow.
It's up.
Let me go see.
All right. So, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at it. I'll throw it up on screen share. Plot twist, I'm driving the car. Beowulf if you want. I can insert you into that scenario. That's totally fine by me.
That does seem appropriate.
What picture did you choose? This is horrible.
It's a picture of like I if you read the prompt, I'm kind of leaning into like the 2016 clown pandemic.
It looks like a picture from like Dateline. Like it's awful.
It is a picture from Dateline.
Is it really? Like Keith Morrison's explaining clown killings?
Yes. All right, the time is 2016. America has been launched into a pandemic just mildly less scary than the real world one we're currently in. Instead of an airborne virus, the infection was that of clowns. What started as a viral marketing campaign for the new movie It quickly evolved into a social media storm of copycats, and for a while it was simply unsafe to let your kids roam the streets after dark, lest they come into contact with a patented creepy clown. During all this, regional theme parks are taking notice. While Disney and Universal are staying out of the game for lack of bad PR, literally every other regional theme park in the country wants your help. For this project, Team Danny DeVito from Dumbo must choose a non-Disney or Universal regional theme park or amusement park and build out a Halloween Haunts event themed entirely around the concept of scary clowns and the circus in honor of the 2016 creepy clown invasion. Your project must include the following: at least 3 mazes, at least 2 scare shows. I'm sorry.
Scare zone.
Scare zones. Yes, that should say zone, not shows. At least 1 show and at least 1 specialty dining and merch option. Okay, and then the clown car, one last thing. Since Mickey Nerd opened Walt's Vault, he has unleashed the craziest twist in the vault yet. The event is simply called the Clown Car. And Mickey Nerd, you're getting right in the darn sketchy car that vaguely smells like weed and reeks of weak old booze. The good news, you now have a free pass to the final 8 and cannot be nominated for elimination this round. The bad news, you cannot participate in Project 9 in any way, shape, or form. Think of it as a mandatory week off. And just to clarify, this absolutely was Joker's idea.
Yeah, this is my this was my this was the one that was happening.
Good luck, teams. This project is due Monday, July 25th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern. And after this, guys, just one little note. We will be entering 2 lightning rounds, which means it'll be 2 rounds with smaller scale prompts that are played out within the course of roughly about a week or so. All right, shame that we're stuck with the circus theme. I think a toy theme could have been really cool. Yeah, you're stuck with the circus. The damn straight you're stuck with the circus. Get nuts with it, guys. Go creative. I'm really excited about it. All right. Sunday is the 25th. Well, the 26th then. I'm sorry.
You couldn't have done the 2014.
Monday. It's going to be due whatever day Monday's on. So Monday the 26th.
You couldn't have done the ice bucket challenge of 2014. Like,
Man, I just wanted to harken back to a simpler time in America where fucking creepy, sketchy clowns were the most of our problem.
Those were the times.
It was 2016. They weren't the worst.
Okay, and on that, we are going to end things out. Good night, everybody.